Next guy's been playing all over the place. Without taking 15 minutes to say his credits, I just say he's a real funny comedian. You'll see for yourself. Can we have some applause for Mr. Bill Rafferty?
This is obviously not a vegetarian crowd here tonight. You guys are ready for blood. Is that the guy with the little hat that took the beer cans off? Where is he? All right, hey. We're going to have a drop your drawers contest in a minute, so stick around, okay? What's happening, man? How you guys feeling? Hey! All right! Hey! You guys watch television? No! Too hip, huh? Television's bullshit, man. Mindless bullshit. Let's go see Alice Cooper. He's gonna kill a chicken. I watch television. I really enjoy television. You learn things from television, man, if you watch it enough. You know? I mean, for instance, how many people here think that this country's in the midst of a depression? Right? Let's not always see the same hands. I mean, you know, right? But the whole thing, you know, television kind of dispels that rumor, though, because if we're in the midst of a depression, how come we're advertising diet food for fat dogs on television? Try and sell that in Bangladesh. Is your dog fat? No, we ate him. I like television. I really get off on television. My favorite form of, I think, television show is quiz shows. I just love quiz shows. And there are quiz shows that you gotta have your shit together for, you know. I mean, like, there's a $25,000 question. Jeopardy, you gotta talk backwards. I could never answer a question on that show, man. I don't know what the hell that's about. I mean, really, man, you know, you can't get up there and be a bozo on these shows, right? What is the capital of Arkansas? I don't know, I was outside waiting for a bus. What was the other thing? You know what I like about the $128,000 question, isn't that? I love that. I love that. One day they're going to put somebody in the soundproof booth. There's not going to be any air. You're going to see somebody die on nationwide television. But by far and away, my favorite quiz show is Monty Hall and Let's Make It. Gourmet, right? Gourmet, Big Money in Hand. He's amazing. I love that show. I think the thing I like about that show is not everybody wins the big deal. One big deal, gang. That's it. And they always do, you know, like, so like, they'll give out different types of prizes. Like, for instance, you'll have this Chicano couple come all the way from Needles, California, dressed as two tacos. Monty will give the matching sets of Samsonite luggage. What the hell are you going to do with 14 indestructible bags? Guy's going to go back to Needles and start his crap. You know, need a think about it. Or they give you these very ambiguous choices, like, you can have this handful of shit. What's behind door number 3? And in the back, this sweaty avocado goes, take the shit! Which immediately freaks the person out because they're on nationwide television and the crowd starts singing on them, you know, take the curtain, take the shit, take the curtain, take the shit, take the curtain, take the shit, take the shit, there's a car in the shit! That's right, tell them about it, Jed. Well, Monty. But lately, if you're watching enough television, you're watching game shows, you've been noticing that alternative culture types have been showing up on quiz shows. You remember them. Those are the guys who used to look you right in the eye and say things to you like, I ain't into a materialistic trip. I can never figure out what that meant. The only thing I know is the guy that said that always had on $750,000 worth of embroidered denim and leather. I ain't into a materialistic trip. My stamps come. Yeah, you spend all this money to look poor, you know. It's a little bit before Sierra Club chic. These days, I got a lot of holes in the bottom. I can climb a mountain. Not a vest with no sleeves. But I figured it wouldn't be long before some enterprising producer would notice this trend in nationwide television and he would invent a game for alternative culture types. Now, you guys have all been sitting on your ass and juicing it up a little. You're going to have to help me out here. If you ever noticed, have you ever noticed game shows? When they introduce the host of the game show, it's like the second coming, man. I mean, it's amazing. Adolf Hitler would get a standing ovation if he was introduced as the host of the game show. I swear to God. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce the host of the alternative game, and you guys are going to give him a big hand, and we're going to play the alternative game. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, here's the host of the alternative game, Bobby Mercury! People the cause of death, and the fascist suits have to praise on the blood of the people. Can you dig it? I can dig it, you can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, you can dig it, they can dig it, you can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, you can dig it, we can dig it, we can all dig it right here. The alternative game. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the alternative game, the game designed to recycle your brain. Let me tell you a little bit about the game, ladies and gentlemen. We're not like one of those big piggy quiz shows on nationwide television, no sirree. Our prizes fall well within the national poverty level. And of course, the application that our contestants fills out entitles them to food stamps so nobody walks away a loser. Now, let me tell you a little bit of how the game is played here. Our questions fall into 3 categories. First, drugs we all know and love. Second, odd sexual desires. And last but not least, all information pertinent to the survival of Western man. Now, let me introduce to you our first contestant. He's a college dropout from New York, currently living here in California on a welfare scam. Whose philosophy can be summed up in the phrase, let's share what you've got. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a righteous welcome for Brother Pinky Muldoon. Check out the lights! Whoa, wow! You're a little bit nervous about being on nationwide television, Pinky. Well, yeah, well, right, I got a cop to it, man. Yeah, right, I was nervous backstage, but we rolled a couple of numbers, you know? Did a couple of toots, man. I'm ready for the game, you know what I mean? Pinky, it says here on your application that you're a craftsman. Perhaps you could explain a little bit of your craft to the audience at home. I'm sure they're interested. Oh, wow, man. Listen, let me tell you, this is really a righteous and shut down craft. You know what I mean? Can you think of it? Can you think of it? You know, I take these strips of leather, and I put these really far out holes in them. Now dig it, man. I call them candles. You're just as bright as a light, Mickey, but we're going to have to roll along right here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our next contestant. She's a native Californian, triple Scorpio heavy. Whose current best-selling book chronicling her macrobiotic adventures in Bangladesh, entitled Being Thin and Loving It, is on everybody's coffee table.
Coffee is fine, anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a righteous welcome for Sister Edith Seagullfoot Berkowitz.
I don't want to put you down or anything, man, but don't eat any grapes.
Well, Edith, or would you prefer seagull foot?
Well, seagull foot is my spiritual name.
Well, I'm sure you'll understand our inquisitiveness here, Edith, or seagull foot, rather. Perhaps you can explain to the folks at home exactly how you got the name Seagull.
Well, there was a time I couldn't talk about it, you know what I mean?
Regular tea is fine.
It was really a very bad
Peppermint.
space in my life.
Peppermint.
I was living in the Hague at the time. Somebody had broken into my apartment and stolen my mandela. Like, I was really in a bad space, you know, I was really down. Can you think of it?
Sugar.
I was putting some cream cheese on some Dana bread.
Sugar.
And lo and behold, as if by wizardry, there arose from the cream cheese a seagull. And it hovered above me, radiating a rainbow of good vibrations. And it looked at me,
Do I owe him anything for
and
it?
it said,
Do I owe him money for this?
suck on my foot.
Well, enough of these mirthful moments. We're going to have to roll along here. Edith, Pinky, it's going to be my pleasure to tell you about some of the prizes you're going to be playing for this evening here on the alternative game. So while Clarice, our unadorned, unstraight, organic, bisexual, hairy-legged model in high heels holds the pointer up to the corkboard displaying the 3x5 cards, it'll be my pleasure to tell you about some of the prizes you'll be playing for this evening. First, A roach clip made from the spine of somebody killed in a war of liberation somewhere. Second, the 1933 Chevy pickup on which nothing works, guaranteed to provoke any highway patrolman from here to Baja. Third, a complete selection of macrame underwear from the Church of the Pentecostal Headman Boutique on Los Angeles. Fourth, a complete selection of hand-painted hitchhiking signs to all the hip places, which when turned upside down insult the person who doesn't pick you up. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your revolutionary hats. Here it comes. This unreleased recording featuring Eldridge Cleaver, Tim Leary, and Patty Hearst singing God Bless America. So stay tuned, we're going to be right back with the alternative game after this commercial message. That's it. Dateline, San Francisco. In a constant effort to stem the widespread epidemic proportions of venereal disease in the Bay City, vigilantes have currently taken to the streets and are scotch taping people's legs together. Women's liberation took another giant leap forward today, as reports are coming in nationwide that women are trading in their menstrual cycles for Hondas. Film at 11. They'll have it. They got into the plane crash tonight. 500 people. Bravo. We got the film. We got it. Give you an interesting statistic. When I was back in New York about 3 years ago, there was a plane crash. They freaked me out. They really do. The reason for the plane crash, the reason was, the wind blew the plane down. But this is a good New York story. Within 10 minutes after the goddamn thing hit the ground, there were looters. Hurry up, the plane went down. We gotta get something there. Has anybody heard that vasectomies can be reversed? Really? It's an important thing. I mean, women do bear the brunt of birth control, right? I mean, they're the ones that have to take the pill. They're the ones that have to insert the diaphragm. They're the ones that have to put the foam up there. They're the ones that have to say no. Never knew a guy that say no. Those guys I know, screw that stool right there. Oh, come on, cop to it. We were all singing I'm Easy before it was a hit, guys. I'm easy. Yes, I'm easy. You'll see it tonight, 1 o'clock in the morning. There'll be some guy down here, and there'll be some other turkey down the end of the bar looking like 40 miles of bad road. Woo! Hi, my name is Biff. Have you been seeing me? I'm easy. Yes, I'm easy. No, but I was thinking to myself, well, I should go for a vasectomy. I mean, I should just take it on myself to do that. The only thing that makes me nervous about that is that's the type of surgery that's done very early in the morning. You don't know what kind of mood the doctor's in. 6:30 in the morning. The next thing you know, you're looking for a job at a Vienna Boys Choir. Okay, that's my 15. Watch the comedians. Thank you. Good night.